Welcome to Amateur Professional Developmental Football League. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Anderson Park. Tonight's action, Atlanta Venom versus the Metro Eagles. I'm Bowman Michael with Score Sports, bringing you APDFL live football. Tape delay, of course, but hey, it's all good when it's not good. Tonight's kickoff's around 8 o'clock. Glad to have everybody with us. Got the coin toss kicking in right now. So to see what's on, let's go to our two commentators of the evening. They're Coach Collins and Coach Chapman. Coach Chapman, Coach Collins, good morning, good evening, and good night, gentlemen.
What's up, man?
Nothing much, man. I hope we're doing okay. Talk to me a little bit about keys of the game. This is week one for both of these teams. We did start off the APDFL last week over in Parrish, Alabama. Saw two games, 4 teams total, battle it out. This is week one action with the Metro Eagles based out of Clayton County and the Atlanta Venom based out of Atlanta, Georgia. First week jitters. Talk to me pros and cons, going with you, Coach Chapman, first. Talk to me about what should we look for on offense with both of these teams starting off week one.
Well, you're going to see a lot of spread looks. Watched the Venom earlier this year. A lot of down the field passing with this team. So, you're going to be real curious to see all the simple stuff, quarterback and center exchange, pass protection, and taking care of the football is the key thing, especially early in the year, because you hadn't had a lot of practices where people have been getting hit. So, ball security is a big thing early on. What you think, Coach Collins?
I'm on second the center quarterback exchange. That's always one of those things that I worry about always. The next big thing that I don't think you mentioned, special teams. Special teams are going to be critical. Special teams, you drive down the field, score, and then kick off, and they run one back. It's a dagger in the heart to your entire team. But it'll be interesting to see. I will say that both teams look pretty good on the hoof. Never watched the Metro Eagles. But
no, this is definitely our first time seeing them go out. So that once again, the Metro Eagles will be in the white, the teal color, which is a cross between purple and blue. Maybe it's a dark blue, but purple mixed in with purple. That's how you get teal. How else would you get teal, bud? Put a little gray in the blue?
I don't know.
Well, that's a good question as you just kind of ponder it out into society right there. That's not bad. But dealing with the kickoff, looks like the Metro Eagles will be kicking off to the Atlanta Venom. We'll get things started here. Glad to have everybody with us. I want to bring you a nice, well-thought-out broadcast with these two gentlemen. It's chilly out here. I did not bring my warm socks, and as my cameraman Nate Robinson suggested that we were low in the elevation, and maybe that's why it's chillier. I threw that out there. We got Bryce Whitlock with the other camera, so when things mess up, don't blame us, blame them. All right, with that in mind, let's get this kickoff started.
All right. Looks like the Venom are going to receive, Coach, and we've got we're going to have to struggle to see the yard lines.
They actually were chalking the game for the first game of the 5 o'clock game. They were just lining the field around 4:30. So
it doesn't like the lines go all the way across.
They did a 50-yard line in the end zone, and that was about it. So
hey, well, at least you got something.
Well, we will do the best we can. I can guarantee you that.
All right, and that's good to go.
We can make it up with the best of them, right, Coach?
We can try. I believe that's 00 getting ready to kick off for the Metropolis Eagles.
The Metropolis Eagles.
I like that.
It. We're going with it.
Metropolis.
Metropolis. Copyright infringement in full effect here. We do have some nice sponsors. We'll actually go to some commercials here for our sponsorships here with the Atlanta Venom. Our focus is the Atlanta Venom, but we'll also do our best to give a little hint out to Metro. We do not have rosters for either teams, so hate the players, not the game at this point. Kickoff will look like to be on the 40, and we'll get things started. I heard the whistle. That sounds it.
That was a whistle.
That was a whistle.
Definitely a whistle. And here's your kick. It's a low spinning kicker. going to be recovered quickly by one of the front linemen. Looks like the left guard right there on the kick return team for the Venom. Going to fall on the ball. That's a heads-up play. And that's a pretty ballsy way to start a game.
I like
onside kick.
He used a good job on that one. Either that or if it went off the side of his foot.
That looked intentional to me.
Intentional, and they were able to at least have a heads up and to be able to get it. So, gentlemen, enjoy, sit back, call the game. I'll leave you alone. I'll come back here at the end of the first quarter to see how things are going.
What are your thoughts on that, Greg? The onside kick.
I love it. I think that you should start it, especially early in the season when teams are ready. They're looking to get a big return to spark something off early on. Onside kick, they had them. If it would have been a 10-yard kick and not kick so hard, they might have had a chance at that one.
They did travel a little bit on it.
Because that guy playing nose to shoot. 73.
All right, the Venom come out in the pistol backfield with a slot to the right-hand side. Quarterback takes a snap, and there's a whistle.
Imagine that. False
and a
start.
flag. It's a false start.
That was one of the points we should have made before the game was that early on you're going to always have these pre-snap penalties, and that in night games like this when, as Coach McMichael so eloquently put it, that it's being a little bit chilly down here, we'd like to keep those at a bare minimum. So let's not have another one of those for a long time, fellas.
No doubt. Flags on the ground. Delay the game progress. And everybody wants the game to go. All right.
Same look right here, Coach. A little slot.
Slot to the right-hand side. Looks like you got a four-man line for the Metro Eagles. There's a snap, a little bit high. Quarterback pulls it down. He looks out to his right.
Going deep.
Fires a man downfield. He's got
there.
a man, and there
It's
he
caught.
is. And he's getting in the end zone.
Touchdown.
Nobody's catching him. And look, just like that, the Venom is on the board.
Looked about like a 58-yard touchdown pass.
The first play from scrimmage.
Well, if you're going to onside kick, then you probably don't need to let the guy run by you on the first play.
But he was wide open. He was 5 yards standing still looking back at the ball.
Yeah.
5 yards deeper than the deepest man on defense.
Looked like the Eagles came with the blitz from the slot, and it didn't get there. Quarterback for the Venom has all day. It's hard to cover somebody for 5 seconds.
Indeed. Now, here we go. Looks like they're probably going to go for 2 here.
The shape of these uprights, that's probably a good thing.
I don't know. It might be easier to kick because they're kind of bowed out.
Yeah, you're all right about that.
Although we were discussing earlier how it occurred, and I agree with Bo's analysis.
Well, it looks like they're going to play this play unless they've got somebody off the screen that we're looking at. 1, 2, 3, 4. 10 players. Must have a corner out here that we can't see. Yeah, okay,
There
they got
he is.
11.
There he is. All right, just a straight eye backfield. Pro right. Pro left, sorry. There's a snap. Had some trouble with the exchange right there. A little ISO to the right-hand side. Had a hard time with a handoff.
It got in.
He got in. There was some issue right there. It took him a little bit to signal. Took him a little bit to signal right there.
That was an interesting setup, Coach. It's hard for us to see down on ground level. It looked like they lined up in the eye and then shifted back to a strong pistol set. I'm not so sure that was what was supposed to happen, but it worked out in the end.
Tonight's sponsors are brought to you by LA Fitness, Public Shopping Center, and Blaze Gym, located in Midtown and Buckhead. Thank you for everything that you do for the Atlanta Venom.
No.
This dude can hammer it.
I do like my man right here in his easy chair. I'm appreciating that.
Hey, you know, it is what it is, Coach. You got to have the creature comforts on the sideline.
I like it.
If you're the Venom right now, you got to be feeling pretty good about yourself.
Yeah, one play and you're up. Well, 2 plays and you're up 8-0.
Yeah. You know, not much more you can do with that, unless it's the game from the other week where you recover a fumble on the kickoff and run it in and score in 5 seconds.
Yeah, that's helpful. Win a lot of games that way. All right, they're struggling a little bit, figuring out where to line up. You know, everybody's still thinking college, but it's NFL rules. Having to shift some people around.
Just looking at it right now.
There's a big gap right in the
Right in the middle.
Short kick, going to roll towards the sideline, and there's the flag. It's out of bounds.
I'm pretty sure that wasn't the same kicker we had.
No, either that or he was trying to do something different.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe trying to get a high pop deep back there. You know, the onside kick, I'm waiting on them to just completely outlaw the onside kick.
They've tried. The same way they've tried to outlaw the kickoff.
You know, it's one of those things that, you know, kickoff's such a dangerous play. And when it's shortened up like that, you know, I don't know if that makes it safer or more dangerous.
Well, they've now made it where you can't load the ball up on the tee so you can pound it into the ground and then run down and, you know, annihilate everybody in front of it while you wait for the ball to come down. They've tried to take that play out of the game, which a lot of, you know, professional kickers had, you know, perfected so that they could, you know, give themselves a chance to get the ball back. So they took that out and went back to the more traditional onside kick, trying to get the bounce at the right time. But one way or the other, if that ball bounces at the right time and somebody looks up to catch it.
Yeah, somebody's getting cleaned up.
Yes, sir.
All right. Eagles walk out with a slot left, eye backfield, 3-man front, and
that's a snap. That ball's live.
That's a fumble.
Oh, if he laterals this ball.
And there it is. I think that's going to be 1st and 10 Venom right there.
Hold on just a second, Coach. Let's see if they called false start.
Offense, get ready, he says. I agree.
I would think so.
I concur.
I'm digging the Eagles uniforms, Coach. We can see these numbers.
I do like the contrast with the numbers in the jersey. That's nice. The Venom numbers look cool, but they are hard to read.
Let's see what's going on here. I'm telling you, they're going to call this. They're going to call. Oh, no, they're going to be first down.
Okay, I was about. The only thing you could call is maybe a snap infraction.
False start. We had that happen one time at Lovejoy. Everybody moved. On the receivers moved. On the wrong snap count, the center snapped the ball, thought the guy was on the center, and he was in the shotgun, snapped it, and let it go, and the other team got the ball, and we got lucky, and they called a false start on us, and we got the ball back.
Oh, that's convenient.
It was. I was the one time I wasn't mad about a penalty.
So, 1st and 10 Venom. That was quick.
Well, Coach, we've had two timed plays from scrimmage. 2.
Yes.
And the third one is going to be the second play from scrimmage for the Venom.
There we go, folks.
Timeout. Going to be a timeout for the Eagles.
Yeah, certainly they've called a timeout. They're already out the numbers.
Yeah, you don't. Unless you're Rush Probst, you don't get to come out and talk to the referees without calling
Rush
a timeout.
Probst up your own place.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure if he gets away with that everywhere else.
Well, that's a good point, Coach. We only played him down there twice. He had a 15-minute discussion with the referee about a holding call without calling a timeout. It was impressive. Not going to lie to you. Something I always thought I wanted to do. But, in my short tenure as a head coach, didn't get a chance to do that without wasting a timeout.
Yeah. Those guys never want to talk unless you called it. So that's just how it goes.
They never want to talk, period, because they think that you're probably going to point out something they didn't know.
That's
Yes, I know. We're being mean to officials.
That's one of those things, man.
Probably shouldn't be around us on Friday night either, should they?
No. Not necessarily pleasant people.
All right, so now we're going to go doubles now, Coach. Got a little jet look.
There we go. All right. Quarterback in the gun, back offset to his right side.
Trying to find the fitting.
Still got like a 4-man type prowl look where they're kind of walking around for the Eagles. And there's a snap. Quarterback drops, looks left,
Pitch.
Throws it out, and there's nobody there to. If he stays in bounds, that might go.
It's hard to tell what they're playing coverage-wise from where we're stationed down here, but that looked like it was man under 2 deep. And if that's man under 2 deep, then you can't give up a hitch like that.
All right, that's going to bring up second and what looks to be about 3 or 4.
2 plays for the Venom, 2 successful completions. You know, looking starkly different from the first time we saw him.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. You know, as time goes on, you get more crisp, and that's definitely something that's happened for the Venom.
Well, that's what you want, you know. You want to take what you did right in one week and bring it on to the next week and eliminate all the mistakes.
All right, some helmet tapping going on.
That's because
Quarterback in the gun. There's a snap. There's a give on the ISO around the left side.
Ooh, it's going to be a first down, Coach.
It was a pretty good play by the end right there, but it's still a first down.
Right now they've got what they want in anything. They've got them with a 5-man box anytime they thin it with the receivers. You know, right now they're going to have 6 guys in the box. Now they're going to have –
they walk everybody up on the edge
7.
right there.
That's false start again, but they didn't call it.
There's a snap. ISO cuts back to the middle of the field and is going to get probably 5 or 6 out of that.
A little bit more than that, Coach. Probably around –
that looks more like 8.
Yeah. One thing, when you start bringing up guys from the outside like that and blitzing in the middle, it can be very effective. It can also be the old live by the sword, dive by the sword, because if you split a gap, there's not many people left.
That's the thing, man. If you're going to blitz, you better get there.
And you better tackle. They had a guy there. He just didn't make the tackle. So we've got 2nd and 1. This is your waist down.
Yeah, I'd take an end zone shot right here.
I'd stand up and throw it. No lie, I'd stand up and throw it to the receiver in the outside slot over there. That guy's got an 8-yard cushion.
Quarterback in the gun, slot to his left. There's a snap. He looks left, comes back
there
to the middle of the field. And looked like it came off his face mask.
Nice route. Split both safeties with the post. Got it over the linebacker. That should have been a touchdown.
Well, that's a bummer right there.
But when you're 2nd and 1, you can take that shot knowing that you still have 2 downs to get 3 feet. Be interesting to see what they call right here. It looks like they're bringing in the bigger bodies, Coach.
Yeah, go ahead and get your first down. It's 3rd and 1. Get your first down. Get your first down and go back to the drawing board. Okay, quarterback in the gun. Got a sniffer back to his right. Tight slot. Single back set off to his left. Directing some traffic up there.
Offside.
There's a snap. Yeah. They're not going to call false start, but certainly that's encroachment. And if it's offside, that should have been a free play. And that worries me they might be trying to call false start because, and there's a little action mixing up. See 0 right there?
Yeah.
Mixing it up a little bit.
Well, you know, things hadn't gone the way the script was supposed to go for the Eagles right there, so frustration may be building.
Okay, now explain this to me. If that was offsides from the defense, why would you blow it dead?
Unless he made the offensive tackle move before the snap.
Okay, or he determined that he was coming unevaded to the quarterback?
Unabated to the quarterback, the greatest term ever. We say that in all honor there, Mike Pereira. So, you got 1st and goal, Coach.
All right, here we go. Got that sniffer back off to the right. Tight end to the right. Just a pro set. Quarterback in the gun, back directly behind him. There's a snap. Give off the right side. Cuts back to the middle of the field. Gets a push. Still fighting. Dragging folks.
Down to the 1.
He's got to be close right there. Yeah, you're right. I can see glimmers of the goal line right there.
We got the half-stripe goal line right there.
Oh. See the referee doing a little dance? That's kind of nice, man.
Well, we've had referees dancing. We had referee elbow the other referee, so it's been kind of interesting.
But early on, it looks like it's all Venom.
And that's a stark contrast to warm-up because in warm-ups, you know, Metro Eagles are really fired up.
The Venom seemed very subdued and kind of relaxed. And, some teams play better loose.
Yep, but it's a long way, Coach. We've seen this, this story gets written over and over again. Somebody jumps out early, Game can change on one play. You know,
I'm going to go out on a limb and say Venom by 4 touchdowns.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's offsides.
A little bit.
I mean, what did that guy have to lose? It was, you know.
It's what, the 3 inches they're going to move the ball forward?
I mean, you know, take your shot right there. If you guess right and you get to the mesh point and cause a fumble, then, hey, you did your job. If you jumped off sides, they didn't move the ball. But
yeah.
I mean.
That's the old David Hughes thing. Yeah. What'd you give up? Big deal.
We had a guy one time that told our guys if it's 1st and goal at the 1-yard line on the first snap, when the quarterback puts his hands under the center, the 3 inside guys destroy the center and both guards. He said the next snap they'll fumble the ball. And I always thought he was crazy until it actually happened in the game and they fumbled the ball.
Same formation.
Sneak, little touchdown.
Center went way early. They're saying he's not in.
Wow.
That's surprising.
I'd run the same play again.
All right, here we go. Coming back in here. All right. Looks like it's going to be a similar formation. Quarterback's going to be under center.
Sneak again. It's got to be.
They've got everybody and their brother on the line of scrimmage for the Eagles.
And it's a touchdown this time.
Yeah. Not everybody went forward. That baffles me how not everybody goes forward.
It's a trick, Coach. If I just stand here, my guy will just stand here.
I guess. Because the center went, the quarterback went, everybody else was just kind of chilling.
You know?
I mean, if that's designed, that's actually really smart.
It's like those plays in college where they snap the ball to the quarterback in the gun and all the linemen just do this. And they never move. And everybody from the defensive line rushes in, and then they throw a screen on the backside. It's like, that's pretty slick. I saw it happen twice this year, and the third time I saw it, the quarterback got killed, and one of the defensive backs picked the ball off and ran for a touchdown, and I didn't see it anymore after that.
Yeah, doesn't always work.
It's good maybe once or twice. Once you start doing it more than that, people start figuring it out.
Here's a slot look, snap right there.
Out route.
Yeah, sorry, that was a doubles look. But, yeah, that should have been caught.
Field conditions look kind of
yeah, the field's kind of beat up. He might have lost his footing right there.
Look kind of shaky out there.
Well, I know the sideline is even back behind the sideline where we're at right now is sloppy, just sloppy.
Yeah, when we came down the hill earlier, I almost lost my shoe. That would have cost me all of $7.
Tonight's sponsors are brought to you by LA Fitness, Public Shopping Center, and Blaze Gym, located in Midtown and Buckhead. Thank you for everything that you do for the Atlanta Venom.
It's 14-0. Your Atlanta Venom over the Metro Eagles. There's some time left in the first quarter. I'm not exactly sure how much time.
We've got to be close to halfway, Coach. The first part of this game was, bam, 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 but not a lot of time ran off the clock. The Eagles have been very efficient on offense, or not the Eagles. The Venom have been very efficient on offense, and the Eagles have run almost a play because they didn't really do anything. Center snapped the ball, and it became a fumble.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what they're going to do on offense because we haven't really seen anything yet.
I'm interested to see what somebody's going to do on a kickoff return because we've had a kickoff out of bounds and an onside kick. So it's been one of, you think I've never seen that in a game.
Well, y'all are holding a lot of interesting factors.
And there's the kick we've been waiting on.
Goodness gracious.
That one that drives it, he's going to bring that out.
He's got to bring that out.
And here he comes, and he's blasted at about what looks to be from this angle, the 5 or 6 yard line.
Well, Coach, your guess is as good as mine down there. I'm going to give him the 8. What do you say?
You going to say 8?
Yeah.
I'm going to go 7 3/4.
Okay, there you go. You win. You win.
17 15 40 seconds.
Sound like my father looking for a wrench to fix something down at the dock.
Working with your dad. I would always bring the wrong tool on purpose so that I could go do whatever I wanted to do. Consequently, I never learned how to do anything. So now I spend lots of money when something goes wrong.
Or you could spend no money and just not have a car.
That's one way to go.
Now, if you're the Eagles, what are you sitting here thinking? Came out all fired up. It's 14-0. You've had the ball for one play, and none of your offensive skill players touched it.
I'm on the sideline going, fellas, we got to calm down. We made a horrible mistake, but it's just a mistake. They're up by 2 possessions. It's not a big deal. All those times left in the game, let's just play.
Well,
and that would have been my message on the sideline.
Well, I got news for you right now. The cat playing tight end for the Eagles, he looks like a tight end.
All right, got an offset back look, bring it back in motion to the right. Just a pro right look for the Metro. They roll, and he's under wraps. And they're going to call him just outside the end zone. The 1 yard line is what I'm being told.
One thing about the defense the Venom runs, they're in that 3-3-5 odd stack defense. If you line up in a tight end and you run the tight end out in the route and you don't block the edge, you're running right into an unblocked person. And that's just what happened for the Eagles right there.
They even rolled into it.
That's what I'm saying. They ran a sprint out into an unblocked defender.
Yeah, that doesn't work well most of the time.
Nope. No, you're going to have, if they keep this same look, they're going to get 8 in the box, and they're going to get 6 coming just about every play.
Give on an ISO, and he's gobbled up in the backfield.
And that is a safety, coach.
Yeah, here we go.
So now it's 16-0. So, hey.
He actually signaled that time?
He did. I saw the referee down here on our sideline give the hands over the head signal.
16-0. What is the mercy rule for the APDFL? Does anyone know?
Is there a mercy
rule? Anyone? Bueller?
Fry.
Something DOO economics. Voodoo economics.
So, I mean.
Well, I think we're getting ready to witness a rout.
Are we getting ready to witness one, Coach, or are we witnessing one?
I think it's only going to get worse.
Now, gentlemen, a couple things to think about is the idea of hoping it's going to happen before it actually happens.
Oh, yeah.
Well, if there's one thing I know, it's when a game's over, and this game's over.
All right.
I joke because I've said that. We do a lot of all-star games, and I said that in an all-star game, and I was like, okay, that's it. And then at the end of regulation, it's 23-23.
What was the score when you said, okay, that's it?
The winning team was up by 2 scores, and I was like, that's it, man. That's it. They can't come back. They can't come back.
I'm pretty certain the referee doesn't understand where the ball is supposed to go on a safety.
All right. A little confusion about some of the rules here.
It's the 20, big guy.
Can somebody get him like an old game film or, I don't know, a rule book or something?
A map.
A thesaurus. Just anything that might help right now.
So
they're getting it worked out.
Okay, now we can answer the question, Coach. You're kicking off from your 20. We'll find out if the opening kickoff was an onside kick. Because if they do the same thing right here, we know it wasn't planned.
I would punt it. I would never kick it from a tee here. I would absolutely punt it to try and get some hang time and get there.
Yeah, you just don't know what kind of punter they have.
This is true. They are from Clay Cove, so I would assume that you could probably find a good kicker simply because soccer's pretty good in Clinton County a lot of times.
I know one thing. They can probably find an athlete, and most athletes can kick, and he's going to punt.
And it's a high spinning kick, and it's fielded.
Oh,
and it's pitched back as he's hit. Oh, my goodness, that was ill-advised.
Oh, my.
Oh, shaking and baking on the sideline. My goodness. My goodness, that was number 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was lighting it up, buddy, on the sideline.
Shades of the 91 Falcons. Let's just catch the ball and pitch it back to somebody that's going to run faster than I am.
That'll get you standing on the sideline with me where I'm from.
Yeah, I can already hear.
You just go sit down.
I can already hear the words that would be emanating.
Yeah,
What is he doing?
Yeah, I would be very upset.
And the next question would be, who coaches that guy?
You know, if he scores a touchdown, we'll let it go.
Yeah.
But otherwise.
Yeah, we've seen our luck. I mean, you're listening to two guys talk that just had in the last regular season game this year, we had 21 penalties for 230 yards.
Yeah, so we don't have very good luck.
Yeah, if we did that, it'd land on the ground.
Oh, yeah, and somebody would scoop it up and they'd run and they'd count the touchdown for like 30 points.
And then they'd force us to play defense with no players on the field.
Right. It happens.
A little tight end doubles right here, Coach. Pistol.
All right, still getting a 4-man look. There's a snap.
Oh, he's
quick
got
giver on the right side.
Oh,
and he's going to be brought down. Nice play by number 80 for the Metro. Oh,
and there's a flag.
Little extracurriculars right there. Didn't catch all of that. All right, getting a little upset.
Like 00 from the Eagles doing a little regulating over here.
A little frustration coming out, I do believe. It is frustrating when things aren't going well.
Since we were looking at a screen and didn't get to see the whole field right there, it's kind of hard to know who this is going to go against.
My guess would be against the Eagles.
And your guess would be correct, Coach.
Simply because the guy that looks to be the aggressor is most often the guy that gets flagged.
So a 3-yard run turns into an 18-yard gain and another first down for the Venom.
And the Venom are on the march again.
And somebody just tossed the referee back his flag.
At least he didn't kick it. All right, there's a timeout.
This time there is a timeout.
All right. Well, looks like the Venom are on the march again, and they're up 16-0.
What do you say in this timeout if you're the Eagles coach?
We got to play some defense.
Fellas, tackle.
Just wrap up and play football. You know, oftentimes I've been in games before where we're in position to make plays, like the Eagles have been. They're in position to make plays and just not making the play. You know, that there's not a – I always say there's a difference between a 7-3 team and a 3-7 team. It's probably a handful of plays where you just didn't execute.
That is an absolutely correct statement, Coach. A lot of times football comes down to the one simple thing. Are you going to tackle somebody?
Blocking and tackling.
Are you going to block somebody? Are you going to tackle somebody?
Blocking and tackling. That's you know, when the kids come up from the lower ranks, that's the two things we hope they know how to do: block and tackle. That's it.
What do we spend the majority of our time on in the spring?
Blocking and tackling.
Yeah, we got ourselves a nice little couple of donuts, and we roll those things out there and teach them the hawk tackling technique so we can keep them from trying to get a concussion. And we spend time on it every day. We spend time on individual time every day working on blocking. We have one-on-one blocking sessions, one-on-one tackling sessions.
I wonder how much individual time these guys have time for.
I would guess none.
Because when you get to practice, I would imagine you have to run plays.
I would think that, you know, your practice time is very limited. So it's all about trying to get, you know, what little scheme you're probably going to put in and keep it as simple as you can keep it so you can, you know, you can get your playmakers the ball. Motion
from right to left. Quarterback
nice.
Fakes to the left. Nice boot roll. Got a man, and ball falls incomplete.
I don't know what's going on in the secondary, but there were two guys.
Here we go. There we go. There's flags all over the place.
We're fixing this is a fight right here, boys.
There's a full-on right there. Looks like most everybody else is staying out of it. All right, looks like they're getting it cleaned up now. I think.
Welcome to Amateur Professional Developmental Football League.
Okay, I was about to say, if that guy stays on the field, they've got too many people.
Yeah, because you got a doubles look. All right, back in the backfield. Quarterback in the gun. Back to his left. There's a snap. It's a high snap. He's able to fill. He goes down. He goes down to his knee. Why did they blow that dead?
Because they don't know the rules.
Why did you blow it dead?
It's an inadvertent whistle. You got to redo the snap.
You got to replay the down. It's inadvertent. You got to replay the down right here. It's an inadvertent whistle because you're not down in the NFL when your knee goes down. Somebody has to be touching you at the same time.
You mean that's a rule?
Okay. Players seem to be a little upset that they blew the whistle. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not going to inadvertent whistle. It should be, but it's not.
That's an inadvertent whistle, fellas.
And they're going to bump it to 4th down.
You have to replay the down. It's an inadvertent whistle. He was not down. It's a bad call.
Coach?
And that's terrible.
But
here we go. It's 4th down. All right.
I still
Here we go. Coming out. Maybe somebody's got a rule book for him. Nope. Doesn't look like it. He's upset because guys are upset with him because he doesn't know the rules.
Mm-hmm.
You can be one of two things. You can be horrible or you can be sensitive, but you can't be both.
I thought you were going to say you could be right or you could be wrong, and referees are always wrong.
All right. Here we go. Doubles look for the Venom. Quarterback in the gun. Back offset to his left-hand side. There's a snap. Quarterback drops, looking left. Staying on the left, comes back to the middle of the field. And it's going to be short. Thought he had the post right there in the middle of the field.
He might have had him, Coach. It looked like when the guy made his break, there was some, let's just say, defensive holding, pass interference, tackling.
Mugging.
You can't tell I'm an offensive coach, so I always want every penalty.
Well, that's a first for the Eagles right now. That's a defensive stop.
Yeah.
It was aided by the referees because it should have been 2nd down. And then when it was 3rd down, there was an inadvertent whistle, and they didn't replay the down. So, but in any case.
Where were these officials at when Colorado was playing?
Yes. With the famous 5th down?
Yeah, there's going to be a reference to that in every broadcast just because. I'm still
all right.
Irked about that.
So, interested to see what the Eagles are going to do right here. All right, here we go. Had people coming to visit us. It was interesting.
That was different.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
All right. The Eagles come out.
Whose offensive production tonight has been a fumble and a safety. And this guy from the Venom is, okay, he decided to get back on his side of the ball.
There we go. All right. Got a slot look to the right-hand side. Is that tight end doubles? There's a snap.
I don't think
quarterback drops, and he gets blasted.
Let's see if he gets up from that. He deserves a medal from getting up.
Gets blasted by number 41. He's the guy that has a huge 8 on his jersey.
That looked more like a target on that play.
Yeah, that was. There was nobody.
Coach,
nobody touched him.
Not to belabor the point, but when you play the game of football and you don't account for people that are up on the line of scrimmage, your quarterback is going to spend a lot of time looking at the ground.
You know, where I'm from, we had a way to identify guys that could not be blocked. They were designated dog prior to the snap.
Ours were designated cat, as in we can't block that cat, so you got to take care of it. And this guy standing down here, that right now I can't see his number, but that's the cat, and he can't be blocked.
All right. Slot to the right side. Quarterback in the gun. Back offset to his right. Getting immediate pressure just from all over the place. Offensive line looks like a sieve. I mean, you know, that's one of those where the offensive line's like, hey, man, run, Jimmy, run.
Through a lookout block, Coach.
Yeah, look out, they're coming. Not that I say and I say this jokingly, having been an offensive lineman, simply because at every point in your life you've gone, oh, sorry, man. But it looked like everybody on the offensive line that time did that. It doesn't usually happen with everybody at one time.
All right, Coach, I want you to count the number of people on the field. They've got 5 offensive linemen.
Yeah, I was
3
trying to see
wide
if it was doubles
receivers.
over here.
It's not. They've got 10, and they've had 10 both plays. So when you can't account for this outside linebacker by putting a receiver or another back over there and you're playing shorthanded, you're going to give up a sack.
Yep, and there's a snap.
And now
quarterback looks to the middle. He's going to take off. He's got a little room. There
fumbled.
goes the ball. There goes the ball. It's
Venom
still on the
got
ground,
it.
and that's a Venom ball. It's going to be 1st and 10 Venom right there.
Fumble
yes,
recovered.
sir.
That looks like it's hard to see those numbers. It's either 54 or 94.
Hey, have you noticed that that's a collegiate-sized ball? That's interesting. It's a collegiate ball?
Well, you know, once you get it, realistically, Coach, outside of the way they cut it, it's supposed to be the same starting in high school.
Really? It's the
Yep.
same size?
It is.
NFL ball feels so much bigger.
That's because of the way that's the way it's cut. The way they put it together is fatter in the middle. The high school ball is much more slender, but it's supposed to be the same weight and all that. So it's supposed to be.
Just easier to get your hand around?
Mm-hmm.
Or if you're Tom Brady, just deflate it.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, the devil. Tom Brady.
Well, we got 3 minutes before the half right here, Coach.
Well, looks like we're going to get another Venom score before half.
Well, that would seem, I'm almost tempted if I was calling the plays right here for the Venom, I would throw the hitch because they're backing off of everything right now. And I would make sure that I threw it to the left because that guy right over there, he's giving a cushion all the way to the street.
All right, here comes your Venom. Quarterback in the gun, slot to his left. There's a snap, give to the left side. He's going to be hitting the backfield, fights through the first tackle, and drives. He's going to be close back to the line of scrimmage. Should not have been. Should have been about a 5-yard loss. Not sure what's going on. Looks like we got somebody down.
Metro Eagles guys down.
Well, we're going to hope that he's okay. He's reaching up at his shoulder.
Yeah.
That's probably a separated shoulder. That's one of the other things I wonder about is how well is the equipment fitted, because I imagine a lot of these guys are guys that borrowed stuff from their old high school or brought stuff that they had from their house or borrowed from a friend. I'm not sure how many of these guys go out and spend a lot of money on equipment.
And as we know, if you're going to buy new equipment, it's way expensive.
Oh,
now.
my word. New good equipment is outrageous, just outrageous. You're looking at $300, maybe $400 for a helmet, another $250 to $500 for a set of shoulder pads, depending on what you buy.
Yeah, and if you try to get something special, then it's even worse than that.
Yeah, it's like there we go. He's up and moving. That's big 73.
That's a large human, man.
Yeah, he's a big man.
Maybe it was just a stinger.
Maybe. Seems to be moving both arms.
I got news for you. If he's got a stinger in that arm, that's a big stinger.
That's one of them Japanese hornet things?
Yeah, those things live on the side of my house, and they're frightening.
Yeah, same size like a B-17.
Yeah, I tried to recruit one of them to play offensive line for us this year.
That would have helped.
Here we go. Trips, Coach. Different look.
I don't see the third receiver. There he is. I had to look up. There he is. All right. Quarterback gun, back off to his left, trips to his right-hand side, single receiver to his left.
If they run the slot right down the field, he's wide open.
They bring 5 for the Eagles. And there's a throw down the middle, and
that is holding.
Just out of his reach.
They tried to get there the same way, though. They ran the slot on the dig and vacated that area and brought the outside receiver to the post to get into that open area. Got 1 minute left to go before the half right here. Looking at 3rd down and 10 for the Venom.
Well, can it be another Eagle stop right here, or will the Venom go ahead and cash in for a 3rd touchdown?
It'd be a good down to throw a screen right here.
Well, last time the Eagles brought 5.
Fixing to bring 6 right here.
It looks like it. There's a snap. Quarterback drops. Rolls to his left. Gets outside. Going to be tackled short of a first.
It's going to bring up 4th and 5. Timeout for the Venom coach.
I go ahead and go for it right here.
Well, you know, you're under a minute.
Under a minute, you're on their end. Why not?
You haven't given up anything on defense. You know. So what you're looking at right now is, you know, exactly how do you want to attack it. You don't feel like you're putting yourself in any jeopardy if you don't get the 5 yards for the first down right here.
Right.
Us not having a clock that we can readily tell you exactly what the time is. We know it's under a minute. We know the Venom have 2 timeouts left. So if you get something in the field of play right here, you're probably, you know, if you don't get out of bounds, you're going to use the 2nd timeout. You know, they've been successful throwing the ball down the middle of the field. They've been successful splitting the safeties. You know, right now it would probably be a good time to use something short to the sideline to get the first down, step out of bounds, save the timeout.
I agree with that.
And once again, I would throw it left.
All right, it's going to be a doubles look for the Venom. There's a snap. Quarterback drops, looks out to his right-hand side, throws it out to the sideline, and there it is. Good call, Coach Chapman. Looks like he went out at about the 19-yard line.
You can see that, Coach?
Yep, I got great eyes. Eyes like a hawk.
So you're from Metropolis, too. You got that X-ray vision?
That's right.
There you go.
Eyes like a hawk.
All right.
All right, that's going to be a first down. But
now, if you did that on that play, you know, and you gave that little speed out look, you might catch them looking and sitting on the sideline right here.
Little chair action.
You're going to get press right here on this sideline down here. You're going to get a press coverage. It might be time to just go ahead and throw the fade down on the right-hand side right here.
Got height. There's a snap. Quarterback drops, looks to his right. He's going to be sacked. Oh, he gets it out. Oh.
Incomplete pass. It's an incomplete pass.
Good decision. I don't know if these guys hear the whistle or not.
I hear the whistle.
There was 100 of them.
And they still didn't score. Not trying to be, you know, they threw.
Yeah, it was a forward pass.
It wasn't a pretty forward pass, but it was.
If it goes forward, it doesn't. It can be underhanded. He can pitch it. He can bump it off his stomach. It's a forward pass.
Mm-hmm. You know, we've talked about you're not in any danger of doing anything because of the situation before the half, but it is only a 16-point game.
Oh, yeah, it's still just a 2-possession lead.
And one thing that you really don't want to have happen right there is something exactly like that, a sack. The quarterback gets hit from the blind side right before he throws the ball.
Uh-oh.
There it is. Fans are helping out the referees down there.
Yeah, I always like comments from the peanut gallery. That's always a good thing. All right.
Looked like there was a penalty on the Metro Eagles bench right there, Coach.
That would be my guess.
So it's going to be a half the distance right here. And it's going to be a first down.
Well, things just got, I don't know if that's good or bad for the Venom, simply because when you compress the field.
Makes it harder to throw the football.
Makes it harder to throw. And that's definitely the strength of the Venom.
You know, you'd almost be, tempted to get under center and throw the quick fade right here. You do have 2 timeouts left. If you have enough time, I'm sure they are aware of the clock situation more than we are.
Well, I would certainly think so. If there were not a clock up in a game, we would have somebody that would be their sole job is keeping the clock.
There's something you don't see every day, cleaning your cleats off.
That's an interesting way to do it.
I've never seen that.
That's a first. That's a first. Seemed to be effective, though. But, you know, as much fun as we're making of it, in a sloppy field like this,
do what you got to do.
You got to be able to grip.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the Venom are going to come out.
Well, I don't know what happened, but I don't think they moved the ball up, and it still says second down. So maybe it was just the dreaded sideline warning.
That's my guess. All right, the Eagles run one more out.
You got single coverage down here. And you got false start.
Okay. Some of the comments that we're hearing from the crowd are quite interesting. It's
comedy gold, Coach.
Yeah, it is comedy gold. But I'm not sure if they're going to call that on the offense or not. It looks like they're going to. Yeah, there it is. But they're running guys out through the offense onto the field, and people are still running around.
What did they call?
They called false start, and
then they added the late hit onto that? Wow.
Man.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Right here's where I get ejected.
Just like that guy did when he got blocked right there.
All right, trips to the left, single receiver to the right-hand side. Quarterback in the gun, back in motion. And that's going to be false start again, I believe.
Well, it's broken down here, Coach.
Well, here we go.
You know, with that motion, and I saw the outside receiver's route down here, and it was a post. I was almost thinking post wheel.
Oh, yeah? That's a good idea.
Flipping sides with the corners now.
Okay. Second and 900.
Second and
about 30.
Gwinnett County to go. And they still have single man press coverage down here.
Trips to the left again, single receiver to the right.
Here it comes.
Back in motion out of the backfield to the right-hand side.
Post wheel.
And
he went to the middle of the field on the
backside.
backside.
Snagged out of the air, just snagged out of the air right there.
Timeout. Timeout, Venom.
All right. He's calling his time.
I think he just said 8 seconds.
Okay, not his time. He pointed to himself after he called timeout. That means referee's time, correct?
If it's going to be referee's timeout and the clock's going to run, then you.
All right, well, let's see. Looks like that ball, can you see about 2 yards out? About 2 yards out, looks like.
Looks like Big 73's back in the game in the middle.
Okay. Looks like the quarterback's going to get in the gun.
All right, they just set it ready for play. I didn't see him wind it, so perhaps there was a timeout.
Okay. Quarterback in the gun, back off to his right. Got a doubles look. That's got to be encroachment. It's got to be encroachment. That's got to be encroachment. That can't be on the tackle. The guy's coming into the neutral zone.
Well, you would think that, but we can't see what happened. If he flinched, then that guy moved. But it is encroachment. Ball's at the 1. And, well, now he just walked.
Now he's walking around. Just walking around.
1.5.
There we go. Split the difference. Time for a quarterback sneak.
Gutsy call there with time running, Coach.
You know?
We're going to be in empty.
If you were under center right here.
Oh, dude.
And you followed the left guard.
What about
who's there?
Quarterback draw.
Oh, yeah. Trips to the left. Quarterback in the gun. throws it out, and it's going to be knocked down. I think they were looking for an offsides flag.
Probably should have got it, too. I like how everybody just stopped and pointed.
Yeah, that's – keep playing, fellas. All right.
I think the Venom offensive lineman wanted him to run the ball. I heard somebody commentate on the sideline throw the jump ball.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's a good play down close.
Still say quarterback draw. You got everybody matched up. Quarterback's a large person.
Indeed. Quarterback in a gun, motion
Jet
from
sweep.
left to right.
Quarterback keeps it right up the middle, and he's in.
And he's in, no problems.
Nice little power read right there.
Yep. And somebody's down again for the Eagles. But he's able to get up on his own. That's good.
I'm pretty sure that was an element of the field right there. It looked like his feet went out from underneath him.
And that just adds to the frustration if things aren't going well and you give up a score because your feet went out from under you.
Run the same play right here.
Oh, why not?
Either that or fake it and throw the backside slant.
So that takes us to 22-0. Your Atlanta Venom. Dominating.
All right, we're going to line up for the two-point conversion. And we've got doubles, Coach.
All right. It's a double Venom quarterback in a gun. Looks like he's got a sniffer back to his right-hand side. I've got a sneaking suspicion they're going that way. Motion from left to right.
Same play.
Quarterback reverses field, flips it out to his left.
If that gets
Guy's going to fight through. Oh, but he's just short.
Oh,
he's just short.
that was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
And so at half, it's 22-0. Your Atlanta Venom dominating.
Yes.
The first half.
There's no other way to slice this one. That was a dominant performance. You had a 58-yard touchdown on the first play from scrimmage. On the Eagles' first play from scrimmage, you had a fumble. You know, it was 14-0 before you knew what happened. Then you had a mishandled kickoff where the Eagles started down at their own 6 or 7 yard line, and after you had the mishandled kickoff, then you had the safety. You know, then we had some extracurriculars. And then after the extracurriculars, the Venom score on the last play of the first half, you know, to take the commanding 22-0 lead, Coach. And you know, if you go back and look at what we talked about before the game, you know, we hadn't had a lot of issues, show up, but the one main issue for the Eagles was the center quarterback exchange.
Oh yes, that's tough to turn the ball over on your own half.
So we've played a half, and if the Eagles have a first down, I don't remember it.
No, they did have the one defensive stop.
Yeah, yes they did, and that's about the only thing they can hang their hat on right now. They had a defensive stop, and they gave up a first down on 4th in Gwinnett County.
That, and down here a minute ago, penalties, silly penalties for them. Those have got to stop if they're going to get back into this thing. Personal fouls and false starts and the offsides penalties. You got to eliminate little stuff. The little thing, like you said before, you got to control the things that you can control.
That's right.
That's definitely one of those things you need to do. Well, just watching everybody sit here for halftime, I think it's going to be brief. I want to say we're on like a 10-minute half at this point because we've had some other things occur.
Oh, no. Now Coach McMichael passed his hiccups to me.
Well, the inheriting the hiccups.
It's got to be this headset.
That's got to be what it is.
You know, one thing I don't know about you, you're here standing here in shorts.
Yeah, that's kind of my normal dress, though.
Well, I understand that. You're in shorts, and I'm sitting here. I've got on 16 pairs of socks, sweatpants.
Tonight's sponsors are brought to you by LA Fitness, Public Shopping Center, and Blaze Gym, located in Midtown and Buckhead. Thank you for everything that you do for the Atlanta Venom.
All right, welcome back here to beautiful Anderson Park in Atlanta, Georgia. Back, your Venom leading 22-0 over the Metro Eagles. It's been an eventful game so far. Had a lot of stuff happen.
There have been some fireworks.
Yeah. Good news is everything's back under control, and we're set for the kickoff.
Well, Coach, I just figured out the problem. It's a full moon.
That's got to be what it is. You know, that whole lunar cycle thing. The Metro Eagles, the guy shaking his cleats off. That's killing me. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a gentleman, and he's laid back. He was laid back on his behind and had his feet up in the air, like clicking his heels together, trying to knock all the mud off his cleats. And I'm sure it's effective, but it's funny to watch.
He's not really concerned about our humor. He's concerned about being able to run in the ice that is this field. And I don't mean it's cold. I mean it's just a slush pile out there.
Yeah, the field does seem to be rather slick.
No, it's from all the paint that's on it.
But I'll be interested to see what kind of kick we get this time, if we'll get another short hopper or if we'll drive it into the woods over here.
Well, with the field being the way it is, I'd scrub it on the ground.
And there's a kick, and it's going to be a deep driving kick, and it goes out of bounds.
Well,
kind of took a left turn.
The deep guy better be glad it took the left turn, because he thought it was going out of bounds, and he took off running to the sideline. And if it checks up right there, there's a couple of guys from the Venom that could have fell on that.
Yeah, that would not have been good.
That would have been the
saw that last week.
Yeah, and it would have been exactly the same way the game's gone the rest of the time for the Eagles. Anything that could go wrong did go wrong for them in the first half. So, they went down and made some halftime adjustments. Let's see if any of those things come to fruition, because right now on offense, it hadn't been a real pretty show.
All right. Well, let's see what adjustments the Eagles made at half. We didn't get to see a whole lot of them on offense before. Here we go. All right. Well, and they're going to get set, and there they go.
Now this time they do have tight end doubles. Motion back to the eye. This is corner blitz off of this.
There's a snap, ISO to the right side. Got a decent push, but that was met and sent in the opposite direction. The Fang Gang, and there's a flag.
Here we go.
Jeez Louise, fellas. And let's see. Let's see what it's going to be. The referee's having a conversation with the player. Doesn't seem to be terribly upset, but let's see what the penalty's going to be.
If you throw a penalty.
Personal foul. Offsetting personal
offsetting.
Fouls. Okay.
I was wondering. I knew the flag got thrown. You're going to normally have to mark something off unless you take that, the easy way out, as my father would call it, and just call it on both guys.
There you go. And it's 2nd and 10.
All right.
Looks like it's going to be
same thing, tight end double.
Tight end doubles, yep. Single back, looks to be about 6-7 yards deep. Quarterback under center. Motions back to the eye. There's a snap.
Trap.
Quick give of the middle, yes.
That would have been a really nice play if his offensive lineman hadn't made the tackle.
Well, that's the thing. Those big uglies don't always get out of the way.
Picked up 3, though, Coach.
That's progress.
It's probably their longest play from scrimmage of the night.
And if there's one thing you got to do as a big guy, you got to get out of the way.
We had a particular running back this year that took pride in running over his own offensive lineman.
That kid cracks me up.
He'll be furthering his education next year and terrorizing receivers up in Rochester, Minnesota.
That's exciting for him. Here we go. All right.
Nice.
Same look again, the tight end doubles look with an ace backfield.
I expect to see the Venom heated up right here.
Yeah, 3rd and long. It is blitz down. Quarterback drops back into the gun. Tight end moves back with him. Low snap, bobbled it, and he lost it.
Got
Was
it
able
back.
to pick it back up, but it's still going to be a 4 or 5 yard loss. That's going to bring up 4th and about, looks like 12, 4th and 12. Somebody forgot to turn their car alarm off.
That's not my car alarm, is it?
Nope, that's good news when it's not yours.
That's right.
Wow, that is my car with a busted out window. Interesting.
Please don't.
Well, it looks like
Are we going to get a punt?
the adjustments, you got to punt right here. You have to. You're down 3 possessions, but you still got to punt right here. You know, as a wise old coach once told me, this ain't Madden.
It's not.
I won an entire spring game one time as a young coach and never punted.
And there you go.
All right.
Well, it doesn't look like punt formation unless they're
Nope.
going to shift to it.
Here we go. They shift back to a gun backfield. There's a snap. Quarterback drops. He scrambles. The
Fumble.
ball's out. It's going to be scooped. Oh, I thought he was going to scoop and score right there.
Oh.
Nonetheless, it's Venom ball right there. I really thought he was going to the house with that one.
That guy is going to be sick.
Yeah, that's –
He had the perfect hop. It was waist high. And
he
all he had to do was catch it, and there's no way they stop him from getting in the end zone.
nope.
He will remember that one the entire week, and he
Yeah,
will be sick to his stomach because of it.
That's tough, man.
Yeah.
That's tough. You're going to waltz into the end zone.
And my brother told me one time in his senior year in high school or junior year in high school that he had a fumble bounce right up into his hands, and there was nobody in front of him for about 30 yards, and the defensive end on the other side of the field ripped it out of his hands and ran for the touchdown. I said, "What'd you say to him?" He said, "Nothing. He was bigger than me."
All right. Well,
Oh,
Venom in striking distance again.
Yeah, this has been a nightmare since the opening kickoff for the Eagles.
Looks like they're at about the 15 or 16 yard line.
Good guess, Coach.
Yeah, because that's exactly what it is.
I like
it's a guess.
We'll roll with that one. Okay, so
One of my favorites, Queso. All right, there's a quarterback. He drops, looks out to his right.
Screen.
Quick throw. And he's got the edge. And
he's got the fence.
nice, tough run. I really thought he was going to flip it to the fence there.
Did too.
Nice throw and catch right there by the Venom.
How do you handle, soft cushion? Throw the screen out there.
Yeah, quick screen will kill that.
Mm-hmm. Now, here's the thing.
Okay,
I thought that I didn't see a receiver on this side of the field, and there wasn't one, so they only had 6 on the line because they only had 10 on the field.
that'll do it.
So now you come back and run the same play again.
Yeah, I was trying to find everybody.
Yeah, it's hard. We're looking through the sideline over here, and, we've got the shot that we have. It's hard to tell who's on what.
Who's on second, I thought?
I don't know.
Oh.
Pretty sure he's on third.
Who's on first, right?
Yeah.
What's on second?
I don't know who's on third.
Here we go. Quarterback in the gun. Single back behind him.
All right, now you got tight end doubles. Look.
And there's a snap. Quick give to the right side. He's going to try to fight for the edge.
He's
He's able to get outside.
Hello.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. Oh, DB came up, and I don't think he was expecting him to keep running, but he did. He ran through the DB.
Ejected. That is the best way to describe that, Coach. He ejected the DB right there. Coach Larry Mortensen would have called that a Betty run.
Yes, running through the Betty.
Man.
But that's a nice pickup for them. They're going to end up with the second and probably about 12.
Wow. Okay.
So that's still very, very doable thing.
So I guess they didn't call an illegal formation. I guess they called holding on the first play.
Yeah, that's my guess.
It just shows you what we get to see on our monitor.
Quarterback in the gun. There's a snap. Throw.
Somebody cut the route off.
Yeah. I think there's some miscommunication right there.
If you're watching this from the offensive standpoint from the Venom right there, what you just saw when the guy ran the hitch right there, if you're in a quarter round in behind him, there's nobody there.
Yeah. Well, it's going to bring up 3rd and 12 for the Venom. Coach and quarterback having a little conversation there on the sideline.
He's telling him not to do that again.
Please don't throw it to where nobody is.
I would prefer
that is sound advice.
I would prefer that you throw it to the guys in our beautiful uniforms, not to the orange power line. Now, it's 3rd down, Coach. It's plus sticks. You know, you've got a chance to put the game away. What do you go with right here?
Reed. 60 Reed. There's a snap. Quarterback drops. Looks to his left.
Flare.
Quick throw. Man, it's going to be dropped. And that's going to bring up 4th down.
Now, they've attacked the middle of the field every time they've had a long yardage set right here. Every time. You think it'd be anything different right here?
I wouldn't expect to see anything different. Why? If it's not broke, don't fix it. I tell you what, you know, anything right here, 8:59, 8:39, anything like that, any kind of two-man game to the sideline, I think is.
They're kicking a field goal, Coach.
Okay, well, you can go ahead and you can do that too. That's always an option. There's a snap, a hold, and it's blocked.
Gonna be. It's gonna be a
touchdown.
That
bounced right to him.
Oh my word!
It bounced right to him.
And that's the one thing you didn't want to have happen.
Hey, I got y'all guys in that hamburger next time, man.
Hey, you bet, man. And that's the one thing. You're up by 3. You're up by 3 possessions. And my biggest fear when we line up to kick a field goal
is exactly that.
Is that it will be blocked and go the other direction because I don't have a defense out there. And it's happened to better coaches than myself. I watched Nick Saban get out coached for one play.
With 1 second left.
In 2014, had him put a second back on the clock. There were T-shirts about it.
Yep.
The Give Me a Second Auburn shirts.
Yep.
And it bit him in the behind because, again, you got offensive linemen out there blocking.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have anybody that's going to run anybody down.
And that guy came through, and that thing was blocked, and the exact same thing that happened on the fumble that bounced right back up. If the Venom
bounced right to him.
The Venom were 1 second away from being up, 28-0 with a chance for 30 or 29, and now it's 22-6. And even though the Eagles have shown nothing exactly on offense, they're not out of the game.
It's still a ball game.
All right, backfield for the Eagles right here on the conversion try.
Quarterback under center. There we go. Oh, and he fumbles the snap, and it's on the ground.
And
there it goes. There it goes.
They can return
Go,
it.
baby, go. Go.
Got to get a block.
Come on, man.
Oh, he's got it.
Come on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wow.
And that's going to make it 24-6. 24-6.
End-to-end action right here.
Okay. Man, I tell you what, that's pretty exciting. 2 plays of football right there now.
That's, and 2 plays that you don't always get to see.
All right, we're fixing to take a quick break to hear from our Atlanta Venom.
Tonight's sponsors are brought to you by LA Fitness, Public Shopping Center, and Blaze Gym, located in Midtown and Buckhead. Thank you for everything that you do for the Atlanta Venom.
All right, we're back, Coach.
We were just discussing. I don't know that I've ever seen that exchange in the history of watching football.
I told you, I know I haven't. Now, I mean, the closest thing came last year when the Falcons scored, and then Eric Berry picked off Ryan and ran it back for the 2 for the win for the Chiefs. You know, but we talked about it. It's special team. I mean, you know, you make that point, you give up the block, the extra point, and then they fumble a snap. So with 2 things we talked about before the game on back-to-back plays.
You got to like that. I enjoy being right.
Yeah, you know, everybody likes to be right. I guess except officials.
This is weird. This is one of those weird situations where the last person to score is not the person kicking off. That's odd. You don't see that every day.
That is true. That's very true. It's a strange situation. If they kick an onside kick right here, they've got a good chance of getting it. Swing and a miss.
Strike!
You know the bad part about it is we've seen that happen before.
Yeah. We had a kick last year, I think it was. Kid came up and he just totally his plant foot slipped and he just kind of like whiffed and hit the top of the ball and it rolled a yard and they took it right there.
Yes, sir. Are they going to let them re-kick this? That should be the Venom's ball right there.
Yeah. Somebody needs to go, hey, bada bada swing bada.
Okay. we had a blocked field goal for a touchdown, a fumbled snap for an extra point return for 2 points, and a missed kickoff.
The old fickaroo. Yeah, I was waiting on somebody else to come kick it or something. Or
if he would have fallen on his back, and it would have been straight Charlie Brown.
Yeah. Now, if he had missed it and somebody came from the side, but he'd been offsides.
Yes.
That's. What if he missed it and then did a back flip to get out of the way? That'd have been nice.
It would have also been on Fame.
And here's your kickoff.
Maybe.
And it's a deep kick, fielded by the Venom.
Got a hole.
Comes up the middle. He's gonna come out to the left side. Nice return.
Nice tackle.
Nice help. And there's a flag. I'm pretty sure that flag's on the sideline, and this one's gonna stick, folks, because that'll be number 2.
Ooh.
Because it doesn't take but 2 strikes for the sideline, and it counts. I'm guessing that he was upset because somebody missed a block in the back or a hold, because there's pretty much a block in the back or a hold on every kickoff return in the history of the world.
You don't say?
But if it's away from the ball, it's probably not going to get called.
And they never call it, Coach, on an 8-yard return or a 12-yard return. It's when the return is 100 yards, then that guy magically sees that penalty.
Right. And let's see. I'm trying to get a signal from the referee to kind of see what's going on. Well,
that dude just marked off a 30-yard penalty. And I say that half in jest and half because we have no lines on the field. It looked like he walked all the way to the street to put the ball down.
All right, they're going to be starting from the sidewalk.
You got to run the route, hook around the goalpost.
Yeah. You do not run into the goalpost. That's going to hurt. All right, so it's going to be 1st and 10. Venom from what looks to be in the neighborhood of the 30-yard line.
Yeah, Coach, I'm going to go with you right there, somewhere around the 30.
For those of you at home, our vantage point is not the best. So,
1 minute. 1 minute left in the third quarter, Coach.
Quarterback in the gun. Slot to his right-hand side. There's a snap. Going to be an ISO to the right
zone
side.
Zone read.
He faked me out.
Zone read.
He faked me out.
That can't be a read, though. He's got to be calling that because the guy just sat there and waited on him. We'll hurry up right here.
Well, gun again, slot again, same formation, slot right. There's a snap, quarterback drops, he looks out to his right.
Going deep.
He lets it fly.
He's got him there.
He's got a man. Oh, and it's caught in traffic.
Beautiful throw.
Beautiful throw, nice catch.
Very nice.
I hear them blowing the whistle, and I'm trying to figure out about what.
Well, it obviously is not a penalty because everybody's moving down the field.
Okay.
That was nice right there. That was thrown on time and on the money.
Yes, and there were two guys there.
He dropped it in the bucket, Coach.
Yep. There's no doubt about that.
There's some things that you see it on Sundays a lot. So every once in a while you'll catch one on Saturday, and every once in a while on a Friday night. There are certain passes that just can't be defended. And you talked about it in a lot of earlier broadcasts about the ball's got to be where? To the outside. And that ball went right over the outside shoulder. There's not anything the defender can do about it. It's a great job of concentrating and making the catch and staying in bounds.
That's one of those where if you're a coach, you just got to tell the DB, like, this is a great throw.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes
it's a great throw. We're going to get beat sometimes. It's a great throw.
Great defense, better offense.
I mean, because they were there. It's good coverage. But if that ball's right where it's supposed to be, it's hard to stop.
I don't think there's any way they can get this play off. Not if there's a 40-second clock.
I'm thinking maybe the 40-second clock stopped a little while ago. Simply because there's been some conferences on the sideline after the ball's been set. All right, here we go.
Tight end shifts to the left right here. We're going to get tight end doubles.
Yeah. There's a snap.
Option.
And he's going to be slung forward for what looks to be probably about 3 yards.
That was an interesting way to pitch the option, Coach.
Yeah, it was not the speed option I'm used to. But speed option nonetheless.
Apologize for that. Oh, man.
The pollen.
Yeah, and then I sneezed and slipped 5 yards in this muck down here.
Yeah, I noticed that we've been sloshing around in the mud.
I think I've sank into the ground. Either that or you've gotten 3 inches taller since we started this broadcast.
Here's hoping. I figure I'm not fat. I'm just too short. Here we go. Quarterback in the gun. Got what looks to be doubles for the Venom. There's a snap. Quarterback drops. Looks right. Rolls right. Quick flare out. And he's met quickly. The flare was quick. The play was quick.
That was interesting. Don't hardly ever see a rollout and a flip to the back.
No, not on the same side.
Picked up about 3, Coach.
Well, I mean, you're moving forward. That's the key to offense. Don't go backward.
Timeout, Venom.
All right, we're fixing to get a word from our Atlanta.
The APDFL. This is the Amateur Professional Developmental Football League. The APDFL.
All right, welcome back here to beautiful Anderson Park in Atlanta, Georgia, where your Atlanta Venom lead 24-6, and they're knocking at the door again here on 3rd down.
Got 3rd and 7 right here. Wouldn't surprise me to see something right down the middle of the field. That's where they've gone on long yardage.
Offensive line is kind of fading to the backfield. Number 18 has done that multiple times. And is it just me, or has the right side of the Venom offensive line decided to be fullbacks?
It's geese flying south, Coach.
Those guys have got to move up.
It started that way, and it has gotten worse.
Okay, I think that's the end of the 3rd quarter. Okay, that's the end of the 3rd quarter's already been, and it's the 4th quarter. So disregard pretty much everything I say.
So now we're looking at 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2. Because I'm pretty sure that third and 7
Tell you what, that changes things right there. That really opens up your playbook.
Yep, now it's going back to 3rd and 7. The right guard moved.
All right. It's all right. Don't want to make it too easy. Anytime I got a penalty, I was just trying to test the offense, just see what we were capable of.
Yeah, that's it.
I was holding because I wanted to know what we could do. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we going to do when adversity hits? That was what I was seeking.
You were checking the coach's call sheet. Hey, coach, on 1st and 20, what you got?
Yeah. I'm just curious.
We're gonna make this interesting. We're gonna find out can we run every play we ever practice?
Venom back out in the gun. It doubles. There's a snap. Quarterback drops. There's the flag. Quarterback throws out to his left side, and it looks like it's going to be called right there.
Incomplete.
Incomplete. Okay, I was actually watching the field. I did not see the screen. That's going to fall incomplete, but there's a flag down. Be interesting to see what it is. I'm guessing offsides because they let the play go.
It's got to be that. The only thing they could other call is if it called illegal formation.
Or illegal shift or – well, they're going to talk about it.
And they're going to back it up. And what was at one point in time, 3rd and 1, has now dropped back to – I don't know what that penalty was, but according to the down marker, it's 3rd and 8, and that can't be right if you have 2 5-yard penalties.
Well, that's not my strong point. That's not my strong point. But 1 + 5 + 5 is 11.
Yep. And in some people's math, 1 + 1 is 11.
This is true.
And that was for you, Coach Jones.
All right, here we go. Venom out. Looks like we got trips to the right side. Quarterback in the gun. There's a snap. Quarterback rolls. He shuffles it out.
I don't know what
just
that was.
flips it out. Don't think that worked out like he wanted it to.
He had a vision of something being creative right there, and it just didn't work out.
You know, I watch a lot of guys Brett Favre it, and, you know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
It only really works for Brett, though.
Well, he does have kind of a knack for that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of those guys that can be falling down and flip it out to somebody and it turns it into something.
We're cleaning our cleats off.
Yes, yes. Now everybody sees what I'm talking about. That's entertaining, is it not? There's no place like home. There's no place like home.
We're going to implement that into our stretching next year. We're going to
go. If it only had on red cleats.
Butterflies, cleat clean.
No, when we say clean your cleats, that's not what we're talking about.
Yeah.
We're talking about getting north and south.
So,
yeah.
The game has come to a standstill here with the penalties and the discussions.
Well, here we go.
And
looks like we're going to be set for play for 4th down. How did the down marker move forward?
Coach, I'm not watching the down marker anymore because the down marker can't be right.
Because it was an incomplete pass, but the down marker moved forward like 3 yards.
I love it.
Oh, and that's going to be a false start.
Referees are getting some help from everybody.
Well, the left tackle is pleading his case right there, saying that number 18 is in the neutral zone, and he can't do that. But the referees disagree.
Well, it's another 5-yard penalty, but the down marker will have it at 4th and 1.
Well, that's going to be our 3rd 5-yard penalty, and let's see where the down marker goes.
I don't think the down marker's watching the game anymore.
All right.
There it is.
We witnessed 15 yards of penalties, and we're still at 4th and 9.
There you go, baby.
Oh, geez, that's great. And there's a snap. Quarterback drops. He looks right.
Deep
he lets
out.
it fly. Nicely done.
Where's
that's going to be enough for a 1st down,
yes,
I do
sir.
believe.
Sticks are moving. Even the down marker.
There we go.
I have no idea what I just watched, but
That's what you call a deer with no eyes, Coach. I have no idea.
idea.
What do you call a deer with no eyes and no legs? I still have no idea.
Wow.
Jokes from Reggie Morris when he was a freshman.
And it's getting late here, folks.
He was my freshman 140-pounder when I was at Jonesboro.
Wow. That was a fun bus ride, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Hilarious kid.
I got a visit yesterday in the dugout from one Luke Campbell.
Oh, Duke Bramble.
Yes, sir.
The Venom. There's a snap. Quick give.
Zone read.
Hitting it. Oh, kept by the quarterback.
And
And
they
go
can't-
down. Go
they-
down.
Somebody said if he calls a run play, give the running back the ball.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it ended up being a good decision.
Yes, it was that time.
But it's tough because, I mean, I can imagine being a quarterback. If you see something, you feel like you have to do something, but at the same time, there's somebody else calling the plays. If you're not calling the plays, then you kind of need to do what you've been told.
Yeah. You going to go back to the sniffer back, or is that just a tackle? That's just a tackle.
Okay. Another tight end out there. And there's a snap. Give off to the right side. He's going to turn upfield. He's going to be close.
Perhaps that's the reason why I wanted him to give him the ball, so he could see him run over everybody in their secondary.
Yeah, because he has been running the ball hard tonight. But we're sitting here, and they're knocking at the door, and it's already 24-6. The Metro's lone touchdown on a blocked field goal.
It feels like we've watched this whole game, and the Venom have had the ball.
It really has seemed that way, like they've had the ball there. I would like to see what time of possession is. If we can get that stat from somebody here in a second, I'd really appreciate it.
That stat would be time of possession is infinity.
The statistician, if we can have the statistician or the spotter go get that information, that'd be terrific.
I think our spotter is this camera that's 20 feet off the ground right here.
It is spotting for us. You're definitely say that.
I'm guessing they called another penalty because they backed the ball up. Either that or it was a do-over. I never saw a signal from the ref.
We're going to call a mulligan. All right. Quarterback and gun. Back offset to his right side. Okay, that's got to be on the defense for the love of Pete.
Why would you do that?
That's got to be on the defense. He can't come running into the neutral zone and have the offensive line move and then assess it to the offense.
They're going to assess it to the offense, Coach.
That is horrible. For my friends south of the border, horrible. That is just absolutely terrible. That is just north of the border. Hey, terrible, eh? You hoser.
He's on a roll.
All right, here we go.
Down marker's right this time.
Okay, nobody moved right there. I'm not sure
Screen.
what was going on. It's a quick screen out to the left side. Number one's on the move. It's going to be a pretty good play.
I think that's actually number 7, Coach.
Okay, number 7, if you say so, Coach. Your eyes are better than mine.
Not by much.
I will say the numbers look cool, but they are hard to read. It was indeed number 7. All right. Having a referees conference.
I think they said
There's been a great deal of talking going on out there in the middle of the field.
great deal of talking behind the mic and on the field. And the
Somebody
Eagles,
calling the timeout?
Eagles called a timeout.
There we go. The Eagles call a timeout. We're going to take a quick break to hear from our Atlanta.
Tonight's sponsors are brought to you by LA Fitness, Public Shopping Center, and Blaze Gym, located in Midtown and Buckhead. Thank you for everything that you do for the Atlanta Venom.
To be continued. And welcome back to beautiful Anderson Park here in Atlanta, Georgia.
And to the right tackle breaking it down on the film.
Yes, sometimes you just got to dance. I feel you.
It's 3rd down and 10 according to the down marker, but it's very unreliable.
We've had some down marker issues.
But it's been fun.
It has been entertaining. Quarterback in the gun, back offset to his right-hand side. Looks like we got trips to the left, single receiver to the right.
We got blitz coming in the middle of the field.
There's a snap. And throw, and it's going to be caught. And that's going to be a Venom touchdown. Touchdown, Fang Gang.
Right in the middle of the field. I mean, that was just right there. They vacated the middle, and nobody stepped into that. Little switch route by the Venom. Nice throw, nice catch.
I think that they should call the switch route the old switcheroo.
The old switcheroo. He switched up on him.
That's going to bring us to 32-6. Your Atlanta Venom absolutely dominating
Coach, what would they say if
the Metro Eagles.
What would they say if we were up, 24 or 26-6, and there was about 2 minutes left in the game, and we threw the switch route for a touchdown?
Oh, we're poor sports.
The Georgia varsity sports event would explode.
Yeah, a bunch of guys who have probably never played and certainly never coached. I've known people like that my whole life. And here we go. Venom lines up to go for 2. And it's going to be a slot right look with a gun. Backfield. Quarterback ready for the snap. There it is. And a toss.
Throwing it back to the quarterback.
Little quarterback throwback. And it's going to get thrown into the dirt because that guy's not used to throwing it.
And that was a nice job of covering it on the backside by the Eagles right there.
A little trickeration. Part of the strategery.
The strategery, coach?
Strategery. These are both Bushisms. The strategery and trickeration, two of my favorite things that he's ever said.
Trickeration, baby.
I could always count on that guy for a laugh, if nothing else.
There you go.
All right. Well, anywho, that's going to be 32-6. That's what I said, 30-6. You got to listen. No, I was thinking, I was thinking 26 for whatever reason, and it was 24, so that will make it 30. I would have just taken a gander at the scoreboard, but
you adapted the down marker syndrome. You just added.
I've contracted down marker syndrome.
5-yard penalty, just take off 2.
It is airborne. Down marker syndrome. Lock your doors, people. Lock your doors. Don't let anybody in.
See, that's what happens when you're 3 inches taller than somebody you're standing next to. You catch it while it goes over their head.
Yeah. Yep, it's my own fault.
Well, we're trying to have a kickoff with no football. It has gotten late here at Anderson Park.
Yep, on the ball. Ball indeed.
We need a football and 2 players. I just heard that from the
field. We need 2.
Now we need 1.
I feel like I'm trying to get tickets. Who needs 2? Who needs 2?
Better not say that out loud, Coach. You can't scalp anything over here.
That's true.
Especially not with us. All we have is our scalp.
That's right. No hair on there, just a scalp. All right.
I've got 1 small sunburn because I had a skull cap on today, and it had a hole in the top of it.
Well, it was nice and sunny today. You can't complain about the weather too much.
No, don't worry about it. We have a baseball game on Tuesday, so I can tell you when it's going to rain again.
Yeah, you guys haven't had a whole lot of luck with that, have you? And there's the kick. Nice high driving kick. Going to be fumbled into the end zone. Picked up, brought back out around the left side. He's got some room. Breaks a tackle. He's on a roll. That guy is running. I'll tell you what, I think I'd give that guy the football.
I think they tried, Coach. The only problem is there's 10 other guys on the field.
Are there 2 guys on the field with both number 7?
Yeah. It's double vision, Coach.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's illegal.
Is it, though? Is it?
You can't have 2 guys with the same number on the field at the same time. That's a clear violation of the Geneva Convention.
Pretty sure it's written down in there, right there.
Article 4, Section 3.
When playing football.
That's right.
especially on kick returns.
Right after speeding prisoners of war to the rear. That's right there. It's right there.
Oh, history.
All right, 1 minute remaining in the game. Your Atlanta Venom dominating 30-6. Absolutely killing it.
Now let's see. Do they really want to run the play?
I tell you what, man. If I've been on this side of things before, I just want to go home. I tell you what, at this point, if I'm either team, my only thought is run clock run. Let's go home. Let's just go home. And there's a snap, and it's fumbled, and he's looking for it, and he's going to be demolished.
Whether he was looking for it or not, he found it. That's for sure.
And they found him.
And he was thinking, why is the clock not
Why,
running?
oh me?
Do not call another play, Coach. Don't do it. Don't call another play. Shake hands and let's go home.
All right. Looks like they're going to call another play, though.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to work something to build off of for next week, I guess.
Can't call the block field goal play when you have the ball.
Going with the water boy thing where they just kept kneeling the ball down so they'd have to play defense.
Oh, man.
All right, quarterback in the gun for the Metro Eagles. He drops. He rolls to his left. Oh, I thought it was going to be intercepted right there.
He was trying to get it to number 7. We don't know which number 7, but he was trying to get it to number 7.
It went off a Venom defender right there and popped up in the air. I thought it was going to get picked for a second.
There's one thing about it. The Venom, we're under a minute, and they've scored under the 2-minute warning, and they're not backing off. They just sent a full house blitz right there.
Well, I think maybe they wanted to kneel it down right there and just call it a day. That's understandable.
Doubles again, Coach.
There's a snap. Quarterback drops, looks out to his left, tosses it up. And the only people that had a shot at that one were guys for the Venom.
And unfortunately for the Venom, the field played a factor in that one again. Safety had a clear path to the ball except for the fact that the field is playing like ice tonight. Both feet went out from underneath him. The first thing to hit the ground was his hip, and he tried to get up twice and couldn't.
Yeah, that probably hurt. That's going to be
this is it right here.
Roughly 4th and 18.
Yep.
I'm guessing that's correct. Or, okay, waiting to see.
They call timeout. They did call timeout.
Okay, I think that's a Venom timeout.
I'm not so sure the Venom called timeout.
Well, I'm trying to figure out why the guys there's 3 players from the Metro Eagles that have yet to leave the field, so I'm assuming that
I don't know. The Venom are over here doing push-ups.
Okay, maybe that's what the timeout was for.
I'm guessing.
Okay.
Back to you, Dan.
I'm guessing the 2 dropped interceptions are not made interceptions. You know, I know a lot of places, you know, you do push-ups for that. So
drop a pass, do a push-up. Seen guys drop on the field and do 10 push-ups in front of 80,000 people on Saturday.
And there's a snap. Quarterback drops. Quick throw out to the left side. He's got some room in front of him. He's fighting through the crowd.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my goodness.
That's number 7, Coach.
What a run. What a run. I tell you what, you don't have to be a fan of anybody. That was a great run.
You know what? You always talk about something that you can build on for next week. There it is.
There it is. Get that guy the ball, Coach.
If you're playing the Metro Eagles next week, you should probably look for the quick screen at number 7 on the first play of the game.
Yep.
They'll want to have a drastically different start, and that would be a great way to start it right there.
All right. Not sure what's going on over there. Waiting to see how this game's going to end.
Did they call a penalty on that?
I'm not sure. The coaches came out to talk to him about it.
Did they really call a penalty on that?
Come on.
Come on, man.
That's one, that's one of those you got to let go. I think that's going to bring our game to a close.
Yes, sir.
Looks like both teams are headed towards their own sideline. That's going to leave us. I'm not sure if that touchdown is going to stand. If it does, well, apparently it did not. So that's going to leave us at 30-6. Your Atlanta Venom dominate the Metro Eagles. I'm Adam Collins with my co-host Craig Chapman and our buddy Bo and our film crew. We wish you a good night here from Anderson Park.
Welcome to Amateur Professional Developmental Football League. Tonight's sponsors are brought to you by LA Fitness, Public Shopping Center, and Blaze Gym, located in Midtown and Buckhead. Thank you for everything that you do for the Atlanta Venom.